It is time for another hotel story time. And today, we are going to talk about something that happened to me whenever I was at my last property and I was a night manager. So, at about, I want to say like 11:30, this couple comes to check in. Really pretty Asian woman. And this goofy looking white guy. So they come to check in. And they're asking all these weird questions. They're asking about the art in the hotel and all this stuff. And we're just like, yeah, this. Yeah, we told them that like all the art on the from the third floor down was all 100% real. It was all authentic art. It wasn't a reproduction or anything. So they check in, and like from the front desk, if you turn around, you walk away from the desk, you're going towards the front door. Well, halfway to the front door, you have the elevators on your left and a grand staircase on the right side that takes you up to where the tea lounge and the grand ballroom are. Well, the main dining room. So they walk away from the desk and they go up the staircase, and we're just like, oh, whatever. Maybe they're going up there to look at some pictures, the paintings and whatnot. Since we told them everything on from the third floor down was real. Whatever. Don't really care. So, it's, let's see, about 15 minutes later, and the overnight cleaners, well, it's all an outsourced company, but the ladies that came in were freaking awesome, man. They were the sweetest little ladies in the world. All little Mexican ladies, always so happy to be there. And, so, we have them, one of the ladies comes down, they were like, hey, the upstairs, and we're like, what are you talking about? Up there, they're up there, and we're like, what? And they're like, come here, come on. So she pulls us upstairs, we go upstairs, and she walks up to the main dining room and just points. And we're like, what? She's like, in there, they in there. I was like, oh, there's someone in there? So I crack the door, and I look in, and there's that couple doing their thing on top of one table that was just in the middle of the dining room. I don't know why. But they're in there having a grand old time. So, I thought about just opening the door, like, what the fuck are you doing? But instead, I was like, hey, no. Let's go around through the kitchen, and we'll just flip on all the lights. Because, like, the main controls were over by where the banquet kitchen was. So whenever they had functions, like the banquet manager and the servers and whatnot, if they needed to adjust some lighting or anything, they could do it whenever they went into the kitchen. It was just right there. So we go around, go through the banquet kitchen, look through. They're still on the table. He's going at it, man. She's legs wrapped around him. They're having a grand old time. And in my head, I'm like, why the fuck did you come up here to have sex when you literally just checked into your room? What the fuck? You have a bed and you decide to go on a table in an empty like meeting space? What the fuck is wrong with you? So, needless to say, I flick on all the lights and I'm peeking through the whole time. I looked at my night auditor Jordan. I was like, hey, flick them on. He flicked them all on. He's like pulls out. That's what it sounds like when you pull out. And she like pulls her dress down. He's pulling his pants up and they're like scrambling. And they run over into like the corner and they're like getting all their stuff on, thinking that somebody's gonna be coming in. So I walked in the front, and whenever I walk in, they were all dressed and everything. And she looks at me and goes, so all of this is original art? I said, this is not your room, get out. So they got out immediately and went upstairs. The story does not end there. This was like, without a doubt, the horniest couple in the world, because about, I think it had to have been like 30 minutes later, I get a phone call from a guest on like the 11th floor or something. They complained of a noise complaint. I was like, alright, go up there. Me and security get off the elevator. As soon as you step off of the elevator, all you hear is, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I called down, asked what the guest's name is. It was them. They were in there getting it in. So, right when I'm about to break it all up, you can hear her finish. And I was like, oh, okay, they're good. Whatever. So, stood there for a few minutes. It was quiet. So, nothing else happened. So, we just left. I was like, whatever. They did their thing. They had fun. I'll leave them alone. So, we think it's all over. And about 35 minutes later, get another call from the 11th floor. I was like, what the fuck is going on up there? So, go up there, and the same exact shit is going down whenever I get off the elevator. Same shit, same room, same, Oh man, it was crazy. Absolutely nuts. And once again, she finishes and it gets quiet. I don't know if she had like a dildo in there with her, because I don't mean to judge on what people look like, but this dude did not look like he was laying the pipe. I'm sorry, he did not look like someone that's in there slinging mushroom tip. Did not look like someone. But anyway, I left again. It's like, they're quiet now. I'm not going to disturb somebody. They are paying for the room. If they want to fuck all night, they can fuck all night. I don't give a shit. Who am I to tell them they can't fuck? So we're going to squeeze on through here. Move down, shift. So yeah, I don't do anything about it. Come back down. I'm like, yo, that is a horny ass couple. So didn't get any other noise complaints for like 2 hours. So we're like, all right, they're good. They went to sleep. She had her fun. She's going to bed. Wrong. About 4 o'clock in the morning, they come out of the elevator, and we're standing at the front desk like, yo, what the fuck? She's in the smallest little Sophies I have ever seen, and he's wearing some big baggy sweatpants and a hoodie. And they walk out the front and go into the park. And I'm like, damn! Yo! This is a horny fucking couple. This is some crazy shit. They're about to go fuck in the park after they fucked in our dining room, fucked in the room a couple times, probably a few other times that we just didn't know about, and they're about to go fuck in the park. Yo! These people are nuts! But yeah, kudos to them, man. They have themselves a nice sexual life. Can't knock them for that. Can't knock them for that. But how many of you guys have had issues with people in hotels where you are just getting it in and making all kinds of noise and you can't sleep? Never happened to me while I'm staying in a hotel. Happened plenty of times whenever I'm at a hotel, besides the whole not being able to sleep part. I'm never able to sleep. But yeah, I want to see if you guys have any stories. This one was a funny one to have, man. Usually they're like, I'm about to kill somebody, but this was like, yo, this is fucking hilarious. These people are getting it in. But that is all I got for you guys for this story. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys have a similar story from when you've stayed at a hotel. I'd love to hear it. But like I said, that is all I got. So I will see you on the next hotel story time next Monday. Hope y'all have a good one. Peace! What are your favorite TV shows? Like, you guys have that TV show that you just cannot miss. Now, Speed and Strength, Urge Overkill, All Weather, Gauntlet Gloves. As always, this is brought to you by Motorcycle Super.